Friends, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're viewing this devotional. My name is Gregory, and I'm one of the pastors here at First Church. This is a special Wednesday devotional brought to you from the sanctuary this afternoon. We find ourselves at a precipice today, don't we? An in-between kind of time. Many of us might be coming and going from the grocery store. We might be boarding or getting off of airplanes or Uber rides or in our cars driving elsewhere for tomorrow's Thanksgiving holiday. Joy and gratitude are in our hearts. But if you're like me, perhaps there is something else there. Take a moment, check in with yourself. Take a deep breath. Do you feel it? The weight of the last several years? Perhaps for many of us, this might be the first somewhat normal Thanksgiving we've had since 2019. But even in the last several days, there's been much to throw us off guard. As we discussed and prayed about on Sunday morning, we all awoke to the news of another shooting. This time at a queer nightclub, the Q Bar in Colorado Springs, Colorado. 5 people in their own kind of sanctuary were murdered in a hate crime. And then even after that, we can't even catch our breath because we receive news of yet another shooting, this time on the other side of the country in Virginia. It doesn't end, does it? And so, yes, we get ready to feast tomorrow. But more importantly for us in the church, we get ready for the season of Advent. Hear these words from the prophet Isaiah, the 2nd chapter. This is what Isaiah, Amoz's son, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. In the days to come, the mountain of the Lord's house will be the highest of the mountains. It will be lifted above the hills. Peoples will stream to it. Many nations will go and say, "Come, let's go up to the Lord's mountain, to the house of Jacob's God, so that he may teach us his ways, and we may walk in God's paths." Instruction will come from Zion, the Lord's word from Jerusalem. God will judge between the nations and settle disputes of mighty nations. Then they will beat their swords into iron plows and their spears into pruning tools. Nation will not take up sword against nation. They will no longer learn how to make war. Come, house of Jacob, let's walk by the Lord's light. I've lit a candle, something we'll do together every Sunday between now and Christmas Eve. It's a reminder in this season that God's kingdom, beloved community, the place of love and justice, is sometimes hidden from our eyes. It's sometimes darkened from our hearts. But despite even the greatest of tragedies, nothing can extinguish the light. And in fact, over the next several weeks, it will get brighter and brighter as one candle after the next is lit, until on that Christmas Eve night, when we're gathered in this sanctuary, all holding candles of our own and lighting the Christ candle together, a sign of the birth of the Christ child at Christmas. But even bigger than that, a sign of God's presence, which is in our lives always. And so, friends, on this day and in the days to come, let us indeed, like the people of old, walk by God's light May we keep walking together. Have a happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you on Sunday. Go in peace.